Hi guys, welcome to another Barb Stamps video. In today's video, we're going to be using one of our Celebration stamp sets called So Hoppy Together, and we're going to use it to create this super fun layered card. You can see the layers there, and I did that with our brand new rectangle stitched framelits. So you can see there are 13 total in here. I've got my largest ones on the back side and then all the smaller ones in the front. And these two particular ones here, I layered them together, nested them, and then attached them with washi tape so that when I go to cut this out, it's going to slide right through and it's going to be beautiful. So we are going to be doing that. Celebration goes through March 31st. This is our celebration brochure. And you can see everything you can earn here, telling you how much you spend. For every $50, you can earn one of the items that are in here. And then there are two items in the back that are free with a $100 order. One of them is this gorgeous lasting lily stamp set. And the other thing is this tea time set of framelits dies, which coordinates with the Tea Together stamp set from the Occasions catalog. So you could purchase the Tea Together stamp set, some other items, and then you can get the dies for free. We also have the lovely lattice stamp set, part of my story stamp set, the one we're using today, the So Hoppy Together, the Grapefruit Grove and lovely lipstick foil sheets, Home to Roost, By the Bay, the Botanical Butterfly Designer Series paper, the Butterfly Elements, the Organdy Ribbon Combo Pack, the Hello Cupcake stamp set, and that's it. So there are 13 items in here that you can earn for free. And remember, that's for every $50 or $100 you spend with me in my store through the end of March at shoppingwithbarb.com. Oops, sorry about that glare. Okay, this is one of our brand new cling stamp sets, and I'm sure that you've heard of it. And if you haven't, let me just show you how amazing these are. These are a rubber stamp on a cling foam. What am I seeing? I'm using this one today, so we'll use this. So this is a nice cling foam. And then these are our new and improved labels, and they stick to the blocks like nobody's business. So the proper way to assemble these is there is a crack here in the paper in the manufacturing process that allows you to split that backing sheet off. All right, then you have your image here. And then you're just going to come down and place your image over the, you can see that what's left, what's open, is the same size as the stamp here. So you can just carefully line this up. Like that. And then when you peel that off, you have the amazing sticker there. And these stickers stick like crazy. So you can just throw it on there and it's already stuck. There's no messing around with this. So, and then you just peel them off. I did find, here's a tip for you. If you leave them on for an extended period of time, meaning overnight or something, they may become a little difficult to come off because they are so sticky. So what I do is I just kind of get one of my fingernails under an edge, and then I just gently pry the whole thing off like that. Or you can take the end of your, take your pick tool, the spatula end, and you can work that underneath the stamp and lift it off that way if you have maybe some artificial nails or something like that. So just keep that in mind, that they are super sticky, so they're going to be a little bit harder to take off your blocks, but they're not just going to fall off. So yay. So that's amazing. So I also need the Hoppy for You sentiment. So we'll just go ahead and mount that one also. Come on, there we go. Now right here. And again, you're just lining up the way that the image is on the foam. Press that down, and then when you release it, then you have your image. So super simple, super sticky, absolutely amazing, our new cling stamps. All right, so let me mount these on some blocks. Okay, here's our supplies that we're going to need to make this card. We've got a couple scraps. We've got a little strip of white that's about a ½ inch by however long we're just going to trim it. A scrap of pineapple punch, 8.5 by 5.5 piece of blueberry bushel for our card base, 4 by 5.25 layer. And we start with our piece of whisper white, which is 1 7/8 by 3 1/4. That's going to layer on a 2 1/8 by 3 7/8 piece of Call Me Clover. And then I have a piece out of our 2018-2020 In Color Designer Series paper package. And that is polka dots and stripes in all of our current In Colors, or I guess our newest In Colors. So there's polka dots and some stripes, and then you can see some polka dots and some stripes there. So we're using the Blueberry Bushel today. This piece of DSP measures 1.5 by 4, and then that's going to layer on this piece of Pineapple Punch, which is 1 3/4 by 4. Okay, so we can start out by layering these two things together. So I'll just add a little bit of glue. Oops, come on, glue. There we go. Along that Pineapple Punch. I'm just going to layer this so there's a little bit at the top and the bottom. Okay. Tiny bit of excess. We will just simply trim that off. Okay, and that's going to go on to this piece of Blueberry Bushel here. And that's going to be about like this. Sometimes if I want to make sure something is evenly spaced, if I line it up on my grid paper, and so the top is over here on this, I can see that this side over here is a little high, so I can just pull that down a little bit and then get those lined back up. Okay, like that. Okay, so then that can go on to this. Probably, no, I'm not going to use dimensionals. I've got enough dimension with the other things that I'm doing here. So we're just going to go ahead and stick this on. Okay, there we go. And then I'm going to do a little stamping. I'm going to take these cute little, I don't know if they're flies, excuse me, or little gnats. I don't know what they are, but they are pretty adorable. We're going to stamp them in some Blueberry Bushel. And we're just going to kind of stamp them right up here one time. And then we're going to stamp them over here one time. And then I should have done this beforehand. I'm going to Post-it note because I just want one down here at the bottom, but I don't want it to overhang onto my card base. So there. Okay, we're done with that. We're done with this. So now we're going to bring in the frog image, and we're going to do some coloring with some Stampin' Blends markers. So I've got my Memento ink pad here. We're just going to ink that up all over. Okay, and then we're just going to get him on this piece of white. About like so. Okay. Close that up. And while we're waiting for that to dry, I'm going to go ahead and ink my sentiment. I'm going to use some Call Me Clover on this. So here's our strip here. Just have our little Hoppy for You. Done with those. I believe I'm done with this. Yep. Should be done with that, and I should be done with that. Okay, so then on this end, I'm just going to flag the end. So it's a little long, so I'm just going to snip a little bit of it off. And then I'm just going to bring my paper snips right up the middle. And then right in from the corner to the center. Oops, didn't quite get that one. All right, there we go. And then we're going to snip off the other end. And then I want to go ahead and add this to a scrap of Pineapple Punch. So I'm just going to snip off a tiny strip there, add a little bit of glue on the end of this sentiment. Oops. This is a new glue, so I don't want to squeeze too hard because I know there's a lot of glue in there that can squirt out all over the place. And then I'm just going to add this so that I'm going to have a little bit of the Pineapple Punch peeking out from the end of my sentiment. Oops, and of course it's a little too long, but it's not a problem. I'm just going to snip that off and snip that off. Okay, so there's our little sentiment piece. Scoop that out of the way. So now we're going to do the coloring of the frog. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit. That's probably good. That looks good. And I'm going to use my Blueberry Bushel Stampin' Write marker, and this comes out of our 2018-2020 in color marker set. I've got the light basic black for the tire. I've got the dark pineapple punch for the little gear here where the petals are. I've got the light and dark Call Me Clover to color the frog. So I'm going to go ahead and speed up the video while I do this. That was dark. Now I've got the light. Now I'm going to bring in the black and do the tire. Got the dark pineapple punch to just kind of do this little gear area here. Just bring in the pineapple punch. And then I have the Blueberry Bushel that I'm going to, and this is just a regular Stampin' Write marker, and I'm just going to do the petals and the seat. All right, so that's done. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little contraption that I built with the rectangle framelits, and I'm going to lay them on the piece of paper just like this, centered, and I'm going to take it to my Big Shot, and I'll be right back. All right, so here I have this done. So I'm going to just lift up my washi tape a little bit, and then I can just kind of peel the layers away from the dies. So there's one. And then this one here. Kind of trying to use my fingernail that I don't have. There we go, to get underneath that. And we're just going to go around this outside edge, pick this off. And then the inside piece, to be a little more careful with that because I do have the washi tape here. Go. Pop that out, come down here and pop that out. So I can just push my washi tape back on and I can use that again. All right, so then these are just going to layer onto this piece here. So we're going to take the largest one and we're just going to do it with glue. Okay, so this piece is going to be flat. We're just going to add the glue all the way around the frame, taking care not to squirt out a ton. Okay. And then we'll just kind of center this. Okay, get that laid down. Then this little piece here, we're going to use some of our mini Stampin' Dimensionals. We're going to start with the corners. Okay. And then I'm going to add some on the sides. All right, and then maybe at the bottom and the top. All right, so as I'm looking inside here, you know, I can see a tiny bit of overhang from these dimensionals. So I'm just going to use my paper snips and snip all that away. Okay, and then we're going to peel the backings off of all of these. And then we're going to place this inside of this frame here. Okay. And then this last piece, I want it to be even a little higher, so I'm going to go ahead and use our foam adhesive strips. And I've got a strip right here. And I'm going to put a strip there. Peel that off and get myself another piece down here. Okay. So then this layer will be just a little bit higher because these foamed strips are just a slight bit taller than our dimensionals. There we go. And then we are going to lay this right in there like that. And so he is 3D. Super cool. And then we'll just bring in our card here. Add glue to the back, because again, we've got enough dimension. We don't need to pop this up also. And then it's just going to go right here. Oh my gosh, he is so cute. I'm loving that. And then we have our little sentiment piece here. So we'll just add a little bit of glue to that. And that's just going to go right down here in the bottom corner, right by our cute little flies. All right, and that is it. That's all there is to it. The coloring is so much fun, and then adding all the dimension. I just love that. Look at the dimension on that. It's so cool. All right, so if you want to get your celebration stuff for free, go to shoppingwithbarb.com, fill up your cart, use my host code, and then you'll get some free items, and then you can choose the So Happy For You stamp set. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. I always appreciate that. Subscribe in the corner here, and then click the notification bell so you'll be notified when I upload new videos. So I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thank you so much for watching.